Hey everybody, just out running a few errands today, and as you can see behind me, I'm in front of a grocery store here, and this is Albertsons grocery store. Now this store here, it's under the umbrella of Kroger, and Kroger is huge. They own other grocery outlets like Ralph's and a bunch of other ones. They're actually the second largest retailer in the United States, only behind Walmart. And the Kroger umbrella is actually the largest grocery retailer. But we're seeing more disappointment out of workers from places like this and Ralph's, and it's because of wages. And what the company's coming out and they're saying, okay, they're paying $19 an hour on average. But here in California, Southern California especially, well, all parts of California, but California especially, $19 an hour is not keeping up with the cost of living out here. So we're seeing, not right now at this location, but different locations, and not everybody, but some of these people are going on strike. They're holding up signs in front of the store. And that's the problem when you have continuous inflation, and when you have the banks just bent on never allowing prices to go down. It's constant inflation. So you're going to see this non-stop push for higher wages. And where does it end if we don't allow deflation to happen? If we don't allow markets to correct, including the housing market, the cost of living is never going to come back in line with wages, and you're going to see non-stop calls for wage increases and higher minimum wage, etc. Now we've got a bunch of other issues on top of just wages not being high enough. We've got supply chain issues across the globe. We've got manufacturing costs, producer costs, our skyrocketing wholesale costs. So businesses are passing along these costs to the consumers. But where does it end if we don't control inflation? And if we're bent on just keeping everything propped up and never allowing prices to correct? All right, so we're going to take a look at some news articles about what's happening here with these grocery outlets and get more into it here. Please make sure you like and subscribe these videos and come back for more. Here are some of the improvements that these workers are saying that they would like to see. And here's a scene out of a Ralph's grocery store here in Southern California just recently. Now let's take a look at some numbers and find out if Kroger could possibly afford to pay better wages. Well, let's go down here. Operating profit of $3.5 billion and the adjusted FIFO operating profit of 4.3, and now that's an acronym, FIFO for first in, first out. That's an accounting method. Now, one of Kroger's talking points is their wages. They're saying an average hourly wage of 17. I think it's more recently been put closer to 19. But when you factor in benefits, they're saying it's closer to $22 an hour. Now, the CEO of Kroger makes over $20 million a year, Rodney McMullen. Now, that's per salary.com. And we've talked about the drastic disparity between CEO pay and the average worker. And I'm not even blaming these CEOs. If they want to make $50 million a year, $100 million a year, and pay their workers, barely enough to get by, that's between them and God. But we have to look at the broader picture here. The broad picture is we have a financial system that's being ran by people that say we always have to have inflation, that deflation is bad, that the cost of living going down is bad. It always has to be continual increases in inflation. And there's such a thing called an inflation target. I'm not making this up. This is something that the ones running the economy say has to happen. There has to be constant inflation. And their justification is that inflation indicates a strong economy. Well, if inflation is caused by just people taking on bigger loans, taking on more debt, we also have the supply chain disruptions and a lot of other issues we have to worry about. So something is drastically wrong here, folks. And seems like these workers in front of that grocery store, Now, these employees of these grocers are preparing for a larger strike, citing, quote, "We've walked through hell," unquote. And this comes as a 3-year contract between this union and this mega grocery retailer has come to an end. Also, by the way, under the Kroger umbrella, you have retailers such as Bonds and Pavilions, in addition to Albertsons. So, people, please let me know what you think about this. Is this as simple as the CEO taking a lower salary and passing along the extra money to the workers? Or do we have a larger problem here with the way this entire operation is being ran, where we have to have an inflation target, where inflation always has to go up, and the mandate is rising cost of living and rising inflation, instead of allowing deflation to happen, instead of raising interest rates to normal levels. But we can't do that because we're afraid of falling prices. We're afraid that the wealth effect is going to be diminished if we allow prices to drop. So we have to have never-ending support for the housing market, never-ending support for the stock market, endless amounts of digital currency being pumped into these areas to never allow deflation. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. I think you know what I think. Thanks everybody for being here. Big love. Thanks for your support. I'll be reading your comments on this one. Bye for now, everybody.